Sounds good to me. All right. Spoiler alert, it's our next mod. And guess what it's going to be? Oh, Lord. Hold on. I'm not really going anywhere. I'm just going to get this rag. This dirty rag to wipe off my dirty hands. It's time for our next mod. Well, like any good young person, I would want my car to be much louder than what it is. Well, not really. What are we going to do? Well, our next mod is going to be exhaust. I guess that's pretty self-explanatory. You can probably see a little bit of this in the camera shot. But what is the exhaust going to consist of? Right now, it's all stock with a 4-cat H-pipe, the factory Ford mufflers, the factory ones, the factory tailpipes, and the factory headers, which, in all honesty, aren't that bad considering. What do we have? Well, let's start from the back, work our way forward. We've got a set of 2.5-inch tailpipes. We have both of them. We also have a set of 2.5-inch genuine Flowmasters. Patent number, it's got some patent numbers. We have both of them as well. This is I believe this is an American Thunder kit. I don't think it has Delta flows. To be in all honesty, I'm not a Flowmaster Melvin, so I just know 1-chamber, 2-chamber, 3-chamber. I'm not into the 40 series, 50 series, Delta flows, this and that, whatever. It's a Flowmaster. This kit was actually on the brain when we purchased it from our buddy. And of course, you know, we're not going to go fast with Flowmasters, not in our opinion. So we chucked all that off and put our trusty bullets off the headers, and the world was a safer place, or at least louder. So that is what we're going to put on the back for a catback. I wanted to keep the tailpipes at least right now. Of course, I can always change my mind. And I would probably use the aero chambers that we had on the Trojan Horse. I was surprised at how well the car ran with such a basic exhaust setup. If you've never, or if you haven't watched the Trojan Horse videos or whatever, we went from completely stock exhaust to a set of Shorties, H-pipe, and a set of aero chambers, hooker aero chambers dumped at the axle, and it picked up, it went from a best of an 828 to an 8 flat, so picked up a couple mile an hour. We're pretty happy with that. So we're not expecting that from this car, but we are hoping for some gain. But we're going to put, instead of the aero chambers, we're going to put the Flowmasters on because the tailpipes, we know it fits, or at least fit that car. Upstream of that, we're going to have this monstrosity. This is the H-pipe that came out of our convertible parts car. Actually, I look like a 5-liter version of Hellboy, or maybe Loki. If you don't know who either one of those characters are, you're not a nerd, I guess. So anyway, this was on that convertible parts car that we bought. The issue is, besides the fact that someone went bat crap crazy with the welder, that's a weld, Holmes. That's actually looks like a bracelet that someone welded onto this pipe. I'm not going to say I could do better, but I can probably guarantee you I couldn't do it worse. Anyway, that's substandard. They got another. They pretty much got their skill going right here. I don't even know what happened with this. Anyway, the car had 351 in it, so someone cut and did this and messed with it. So they had the cross member welded to it. The trans cross member is a hot mess. We got all the garbage snipped off of it. And this is what we're going to attempt to put in the car. You guys will find out how that goes. I'm sure it's going to be a train wreck. I'm just probably going to have to slice it at the crossover and then just try and join it back together. I'm fairly certain that's not going to fit. It's going to be too wide. So upstream of this, man, this rag is going to be the equal length Shorty headers. I painted these with the black, the grill paint, just to make them look a little better, I guess. So one of these headers, I honestly think, I swear one of these is 1 5/8 inch and the other's 1.5 inches, which is fantastic. I got one of these from Roger for free, and I got one of these from Pirate for free. Now, I'm pretty sure that I'm not going to put these on initially. I'm just going to leave the factory headers. I mean, with our intake and the head situation, I think we're just gonna do the H-pipe and the catback and just gonna leave the headers as is. Now, we're also gonna weigh this stuff real quick and we'll show you that as soon as we do it, but that's, it's just kind of see what our weight difference is just out of curiosity, and that's our next mod. So the next time we go to the track, we'll have the exhaust, and we're also gonna try our upper intake next time we're at the track. So let me get to work. I've talked way too much, but you guys know what's going on, and information is valuable. So knowledge is power, you know what I'm saying? So let me get to work. You guys go get a Mountain Dew or something, and I'll start trying to get this garbage squared away. Survey says, what's that, about 61 pounds. That's for mufflers, tailpipes, H-pipe, no headers. If we decide to do the headers, we can just weigh those individually. So there we go. This stuff is about 61 pounds for this setup. It's heavy. Well, here's our factory H-pipe with cats and mufflers and tailpipes, and the grand total for those are 76 pounds. So, whoo, we lose about 15 pounds, sweet. But hopefully we'll pick up some power. All right, guys, we have gotten our Frankenstein H-pipe. And I think we're going to be able to use it without having to do anything here. We just kind of squeezed it, bent it, and kind of matched it up. We think it's going to be okay. The one thing we are going to have to do, though, is that where the O2 sensor, they put something in there, and, we tried to liquid wrench it a little bit, see if we could get it out. We were not successful. So we're going to take it over to the shop, and we're going to try and weld a nut onto it and see if we can get it out. But we'll get it out somehow or another. We'll figure it all out, and we can start putting it together. So, all right. It's kind of windy today, too, kind of cold. So, all right, well, let me get to that. We'll see. Well, actually, I think we'll have Bruce weld it on. We'll see. We'll have Bruce look at it. He'll always come up with a plan. Yoda's got it. But man, he don't play around. You don't do it substandard, do you, Bruce? You do it right.
Try.
He tries. That's what we pulled out. That little. How much of it was in there? About one thread?
If that.
He said if we could have dropped it on the ground, it would have fell out. But we had a pipe wrench on it. It wasn't coming out. Then Bruce welded a nut on it and popped it out. Now he's going to retap it real quick. Give it a clean up. Good to go. This man's a beast. I mean, the shop. His shop looks like a bomb went off in it, but that's what it looks like when real work's getting done, right, Bruce?
There you go.
You can't, if you spend as much time cleaning the place up as you do working, you ain't getting enough work done. So, all right. We need. Oh, you gonna test it? All right, I think we'll be good to go when you start bolting this garbage back together. Bruce will allow me the pleasure of doing all that myself. Well, we have it Frankensteined all up in there. It's bolted in. It's not a perfect fit, but it's going to be good enough. Now we just got to get our cap back on, be ready to roll. All right, we've got the passenger side on and bolted up. This side we're going to have to cut about an inch or so off of this tailpipe to get it to fit correctly. But other than that, we'll be ready to go after that. Be sweet. All right, we are all done with it. Let's fire it up. This will be the first fire up. I haven't even tried it yet. So let's fire it up. See what it sounds like. sounds like every other Mustang with Flowmasters. Mission accomplished. Now Kevin will think it is a factory car because it has the factory motor. So, the good news is it's not leaking up at the headers because that H-pipe is a little sketch. I'm hungry. So I am going to change my shirt. So let me go get some lunch, and then we'll come back, and if it's not raining, then we'll take it off the jack stands maybe, and go do a little test drive. There's a little something else I was looking at doing, maybe while I got it up on the stands, but we'll see when we get back. Depends on, see how we feel after we eat. Let's go get something to eat. Let's go to the car, run now. Okay, we're in Big Tony's desk here at the facility. Here at his desk eating. I have no idea where he's at. Well, he might be in jail. I wonder if he made bail. But we're at Big Tony's desk and we're eating our lunch. Yay. Yay for lunch. Yay for Whataburger. Yay. All right, let's do this. All right, kids, check it out. We're fixing to look at a piece of 5.0 ancient history. Actually, I think you can still buy these, but nobody uses them anymore. I mean, because they're kind of expensive and they're kind of, they're really, anyway, they've been around a while. Nobody uses them. This is a March Ram Air box with the awesome vacuum cleaner scoop and the awesome little K&N air filter with like a 65 millimeter outlet. So these were like a big deal back in the day. I mean, late 80s, early 90s. Hey, you were a cool kid if you had one of these mounted to the bottom of your front bumper. So we've had this one for a long time, sitting on the shelf and stuff like that. We've used it off and on over the years, just messing around. But the old boom tube does a good job for us. But on the 4-eyed cars, the boom tube's a little harder to do. You got to take the headlight out, make a bunch of mess around. So we're fiddle farting around. So we may actually not use the actual scoop, but we may use the box and the air filter and just hook it up and just run the hose down to take the fog light out or something and just kind of zip tie it in there or something. Who knows? We're not trying to reinvent the wheel here. We're just messing around doing goofy stuff that people would do. If I was 17 or 18 or 19, I would think this is cool. So that's what we're probably going to bolt on and just stick it on. It just kind of all throws together and see where we're at. Okay, sound good? Let's do it. All right, got our Ram Air box in. Dude, let me tell you something. And we just went and took the fog light out, got our hose in there. Are you kidding me? I ain't never seen nothing that look like 860s look like this. All right, awesome. We're just going full modless now. Full mod. All right. We're out of the shop. Sound of freedom. And no, I'm not trying to copy Cletus McFarland. He's got the bald eagle thing patented. Just messing around. But we got Flowmasters. Flowmasters, by goodness. We're going to show you what Flowmasters can do. Hear that? Yeah. How about that? Oh. There we go. Safety first. Yes, we've got a tailpipe rattling a little bit. We'll address that. Not only do we have Flowmasters, we got Ram Air. Feels pretty sporty. Feels pretty sporty. So like I say, now it's going to be a couple weeks before the track's open and running, test and tune again, and of course that's dependent on the weather. But you know, we're going to try out our flows and our H-Pipe and our Ram Air. And then we're also going to put our upper intake on while we're at the track. So, like I say, we're hoping for some good weather, and yeah, we're going to have to do something about that. I can stand loud exhaust, but that right there would end up bugging me. We're just scarring the road around here out of the facility. So it's got street tires on it too, so it's not going to be nothing but speed. Sure does feel decent for having these just junk heads and the intake little throttle body. I'm serious, it's pretty fun right now. And like I say, sometimes it's just about the way the car feels as far as how much fun it is. Like I say, you know, I had a good time. All right. Let's put this one in the books. All right, guys. Well, that's going to wrap it up. That's our exhaust thing. We did the exhaust and we did the Ram Air. So, you know, just a little goofy, I say goofy, just mods that someone would do to their car if they had them, especially back in the day, I guess, I don't know. Or, you know, doing it for cheap and this and that. I've had stuff laying around, exhaust, so that's not really technically cheap or whatever because I got it for free or I had it, so that's, you know. But you can find catbacks or just mufflers. I mean, there's been Flowmasters in the junkyard we found. You could get them for like, you know, $30, $40 and then just bolt them on with no tailpipes if that's okay. And then you can find off-road H-pipes on Craig's and Facebook Marketplace and other, you know, local places where you don't get killed on shipping. And you can find those relatively cheap. We just happen to have one on a parts car, and why go buy one when we have one that we can put to use? So I guess we're also to the point to where we're going to do the what will it run? The last time we went to the track, the weather was pretty decent. The humidity was way up, but the temperature was good. And it was on Taco Tuesday, so the track wasn't that good. We still exactly don't know how great our tires are that we're using. And I'm sorry for the wind noise. I'm just outside doing this, obviously. But we'll have those tires, we'll have our off-road H-Pipe, we'll have our catback exhaust, we'll have our ram air kit, and we'll probably, this time it'll be during the day, we'll put the upper intake on with our 65 millimeter throttle body. So what will it run? Last time we had a track, it went a 77, a 73, a 70, and a 72. All the mile an hours were high 76, low 77. So you guys tell me, what's it gonna run? Is it gonna pick up? Let's hope so. So put it in the comments below. We'll have some fun with it like we always do. And I guess that's gonna wrap it up. So thanks for subscribing. Thanks for commenting. Thanks for watching. And until next time on the Substandard Leader and Fox Body Videos, Lover of Four Eyes, Vans, Lincolns, and POS Mustangs, we'll see you guys later. Ooh, it's kind of cold.